Oh, hi! It's the weekend and we have a new toy to share. So, if you remember my last week, for the few people that watch me, my last week's figure was Kenshin Himura from Rurouni Kenshin. Now, as we continue on, I would say my swordsman series because apparently, yes, Kenshin Himura is not a samurai. So we had Yamada, then we had Kenshin. So well, anyway, let's just call this the Swordsman series. And to continue on with the Swordsman series, we have another character from Rurouni Kenshin, and that is Saito Hajime. Most people call him Sato, but I would say it's Saito Hajime. Yes, and also from SH Figuarts. Now, Saito Hajime actually is actually one of the it's actually patterned or it's actually named after a real person, a real Saito Hajime. There was actually a Saito Hajime who existed, and though definitely doesn't look like this, but he was also in the same position where initially fought against the shogun, against the emperor, and then went with the emperors. So this is what he looks like. So product pictures. So we've got the product pictures here in front for Saito. Then some other picture for the side, and lastly some product pics. Then we see some of his iconic pose because he does that pointy shooting thing, attacking thing, and then a picture with Kenshin. So I would say that when I started buying it's one thing that I've always wanted is Rurouni Kenshin stuff, and I never got it because during the time it was available, I didn't have the money, and at the same time when it was starting to get available, I was collecting something else, and I was happy that this time I was able to get it, and at SH Figuarts at that. Now, another thing also is that I would say that I was actually pretty surprised that they even made this figure because I thought they were just gonna be doing Kenshin, but I'm very happy to have this. So let's open them up. So again, as with value, we always define value as anything that is beyond the face and the hands. So for the figure itself, we do have 8 pairs of hands. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 4 pairs of hands with 8 hands. The 10th with the fisted hand. We've got 3 faces. And you can see the 4th face is different. That's because it's a Kenshin Himura face. And 2 swords. One is the unsheathed and one is still in the scabbard. And Saito. As you can see, he is a lot bigger. He's a lot taller. Taller than the Kenshin Himura figure. Honestly, this is still by far my favorite anime historically ever, and I'm very happy to finally get merch from this guy, and also from Kenshin. So there's the figure. So of course he has his iconic bangs, the four strand bangs. And you guys have to be careful with this because it's pretty flimsy, so it might snap. So he is in his government uniform. Nothing really different about it. It's just that articulation's always there. Butterfly joints, biceps, elbows, hands. So we've got the figure here. In terms of the uniform itself, it's the same uniform that he has in the manga and anime. So it's not as detailed because it's pretty simple. It's just like the normal uniform. So, but paint job's pretty good. There's not bleeding. It actually has some texture on it also, and the gloves. So, and he's tall. Now, some things about it is that we've got the sheath hand that you can also connect, to his hip. Then there's also the sword out of the scabbard, which is nice. And then for the additional Kenshin head, so actually it's not that much. You only get three different faces. And instead, what you get is an extra Kenshin face. So, I mean, yeah, it works. So you've got the extra Kenshin face, which is like an attacking face. So, an ex. So I guess you have it's the usual SH Figuarts style that you'll have to buy other things to get the other stuff. Which usually happens with Kamen Rider, but I guess we do have that also for Kenshin. Now, for the hands, it's the normal hands that they do, but there's one particular hand that I would like to really showcase, and that is this hand. This is the hand of him holding a cigarette. Right? So that's because in the anime and manga, that's what he usually does. He's always smoking. Honestly, I don't even get why. I mean, like, you're always smoking. Won't that hurt your endurance? But then again, Saito, and he usually finishes fights pretty quickly. So I guess he can smoke. He can finish his matches. He can finish his matches faster. But personally, I would say, of course, it's Saito Hajime. He is one of the main characters who initially was an antagonist to Kenshin, and who then became one of his allies. As a figure, great figure. As you can see, very anime and manga accurate. Size is good, articulation is great. So it's basically everything that you'll need. And of course, as a Rurouni Kenshin fan, I love it. It's a must-have. So far, they've had 3 Rurouni Kenshin characters already done. We have one more which we will be discussing next week. And I would say it's the one with the most stuff, actually. It's actually the one with the most stuff. So it's going to be really nice. But it looks pretty simple, yes, because it's just a sword, scabbard, and stuff. But what you're actually looking at is actually the character. And the character is amazing. The fight scenes are amazing. Even if it was all done in the 90s, timeless. I would say still one of the best animes for me forever. But my verdict, if you can still find it, actually they still have it, buy it. It's one of the main characters, one of the best animes ever, one of the greatest characters. Great figure, great accessories, and also with the details, especially with the cigarette hand. That's one thing noteworthy about it, but you also have to be careful because the face, it's all a bit flimsy. Not flimsy that it's weak, because they made it in such great detail that you have to be careful that it won't break. So I would say it's a great figure, great addition to my collection, and tune in for next week so that we can, I guess we can close our Swordsman series with the last Rurouni Kenshin figure that we have right now.